Hello, thank you for joining me. Today I'm in the London borough of Bexley and I'm now in a residential estate in Bexleyheath. The reason I've come to this suburb of London is because I want to show you what's behind that wall, which we're going to cross the road as soon as this car's gone past and we'll have a closer look. So, the reason we're coming here is there's a very nice place behind this wall. National Trust. The property that we've come to today, this is, now and then we visit these urban National Trust places. Well, this is definitely in that category. It's the Red House. It's where William Morris lived. The house is designed by Philip Webb. So there you are, I'll let you have a little look at that. So there's all the facts or all the dates, etc. So now we're going to go inside. Now I have actually already been in. There's the house there. When you go in they give you a little sticker like that, shows you've paid to go in. So I've already got mine, so I won't have to pay whilst on the video, so to speak, because I've already paid. So anyway, this is the house, so designed by Philip Webb. It's a lovely arts and crafts house. I have mentioned in some of my other videos that I really do like the arts and craft style of houses. He also designed Standon, which I have been to before, but I didn't actually do a video there. It was quite a few years ago, before the idea of Henry's Adventures came about. So if you have a look, let's have a little study of the house. Downstairs, this window here, that was the dining room. Upstairs was the drawing room. So it was a bit of what they call an upside down house, you know, where you have certain rooms upstairs, like bedrooms downstairs. Well, I don't actually know if there were, but it had the living room upstairs to give people the view from the living room of the very attractive garden, which we're going to go and see in a minute. But I'm going to show you the way as if you just arrived. So it says visitor reception and plants, etc. So we're following this path. So it's not a very big site, but there's some really nice gardens put into the area. So it's really very nicely laid out. You've got little areas like this where it's just like a nice little bit of garden. I mean, it could be anywhere. It doesn't feel like you're in suburban London. Just show you this one over here. Look, there's a mulberry tree. The mulberries aren't ripe yet, but if you have a look, you just see that one there. Where is it? Hiding. Just starting to redden a little bit. So that is a mulberry tree. So if we came here perhaps in September, I bet you could get some very nice mulberries from that tree. So going back to the route where we would go as when you first arrived here, you come up here. Now this is a little stable block. It's now a second-hand bookshop. We'll have a very quick, we'll poke our heads in. So it's a lot of National Trust places do this, have these second-hand bookshops. Come in here and you can see the saddles hanging up, and there's a huge variety of books. And this is where so there's been a horse in here, horse in there, probably a couple more there. I'm not going to take you in the house on the video, but I have taken some pictures. So we're now going to go this way. So that there is the visitor reception and the shop. So that's the toilet block. And we go down here and follow this path. So as I said, I've been in the house, I've taken lots of pictures of the William Morris wallpaper. Here's another mulberry tree here. So I'll post them afterwards so you can see them. But here's the house. It starts to reveal itself. I'm just going to follow this brick path and we can see the house as we go. So it's a really, beautiful house. It's got a well just over there. You can see it's got wisteria growing up against the house. So what William Morris did, the man who lived here, he, as you may know, designed wallpapers, curtains, coverings for furniture, and he had his catalogue. So quite a few National Trust places of this era have William Morris products. A notable one is Whitwick Manor, where William Morris never actually visited, but they used to get his catalogue and they would buy some of the William Morris products. So one day we'll go there again and we'll have a look. Where else have we been? There is various other ones. Of course, let's not get confused with the William Morrises, because there is another William Morris whose house we went to. I'll put a link to it. We went to Nuffield Place in Oxfordshire last year. You may remember that video. I was walking around in the rain and I was the only person in the garden. All the sensible people, we walked past the cafe and all the sensible people were sitting in there and I was out making a video in the rain. So that was a different William Morris. That was the William Morris of Morris Cars. I appear to have a spider trying to, excuse me a moment, there's a spider trying to make a web on me whilst doing a video. There we are. I've put the spider onto the plant, so let's carry on with our walk around the garden. So coming here, there's this great lawn here. Really like this big lawn. It's you know, it has a very homely feeling. Now if you look at that window there, that's actually upstairs in the living room. See how it hangs out over the outside, so when you sit in there you can look that way and this way, and the ladies would have sat there and they could have done embroidery, you know, in the days before everyone looked at phones, etc. What we'll do now, we're gonna go down this lovely rose arch. I'm not actually going to talk, I'm just going to let the camera roll and let you see the view. So as we come to the end of the arch, we come into the kitchen garden, which there's going to be a bit more of in a minute, because I discovered this path which I find quite fascinating. It's almost hidden, it kind of goes down here, effectively goes behind everything else, so you know, you wouldn't sort of know it's there, but it gives you some, as you go along you tend to get, here we can see the house fairly clearly, but you get glimpses of it through the trees and you get some really quite nice vistas. And I'd say about being in a suburban area, as you can see you've got another housing estate right up against us, so you know, this isn't, although it has a bit of a feeling of being a country estate, we really are in quite a built up area, and I think it's a very good thing the National Trust have this house, because otherwise it'd be some prime real estate. But you know, it's much better, in fact it's here for everyone to see. That's a lovely view looking across to there. Meanwhile on that side there's a swimming pool in someone's garden. So this path, as I said, it winds its way around the back. I've walked up and down here a couple of times already today. No one else comes along here because no one else notices it. That's what I like about it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if I lived in this house, a house of this size, I know exactly what I'd have around here. I'd have a miniature railway. I should think that might not fit in with the National Trust plans. If I had a house this size, this area along here would be the prime place to have a miniature railway, but still, it's nice to walk along here rather than be on a train. So what we've effectively done now is we've kind of come back almost to the beginning. That's the back of the toilet block and the shop's just over there. So what I thought we'd do, coming back out here, we'll have we'll walk a bit closer to the house. So I've already been up this path, and then we'll finish in the gardens over the other side. That's my plan. So William Morris was very much, he really liked his nature and his plants and everything. When he first started producing wallpaper, he was following the designs of sort of English flowers, and they didn't sell so well. So he then turned on to more exotic flowers. Not necessarily wisteria, although the wisteria, it does look really nice. It's kind of coming to the end of its season, but it does look really nice. So when he produced more exotic designs, he tended to be more successful. And that's the well with its conical roof. It's can't actually have a look down there. I believe that the water table's quite low at the moment, so I don't actually think you'd get any water from it. There's a little cafe there in that building. Won't walk through it because other people drinking their cream teas and all this. So you've kind of got the gardens mixed in with sort of little orchard areas. So like we've got an orchard here, and there was another orchard over the other side. So that path we did, the secret path, went all round the back, round there. So when you're here, you can barely see. There's even a path there, and they've got some hazelnuts. It's probably not ripe yet, but hazelnuts in September. Whoever I go for a walk with usually gets a bit annoyed with me because I'm always eating the hazelnuts, and I usually come home with my pockets bulging full of hazelnuts. So yeah, this is an interesting little area. I think this might have been a greenhouse once. There's some plants for sale, but look, they've actually got grapes growing. Look at that. bunch of grapes. Probably not ripe yet, I'm not going to try one. So we're going to go back and have another look at the kitchen garden. You can see all the, so you've got parsley growing there, lemon balm, chives, a little gardener's shed. Go around here, we've got a few more different herbs, and over there you've got some runner beans. We'll have a little walk around there. It's really nice. It's easy to forget that we are in quite a built-up area of London. Oh look, they've got I think it's the damsons. See those up there? Damson tree. Oh, let's go out this way. Nice view looking across to the house. There's the runner beans growing there. What I'm going to do now, we're going to go out onto that final bit of lawn, and there's a couple of other things I wanted to show you there. I'm always thinking, sort of looking at some of this, even the way that the vegetable patches have been designed and the flowers, whether they're almost designed to resemble one of William Morris's creations on his wallpaper. That's the rose arch again. Won't do that again, but this is sort of the orchard stroke. It's also like a garden. You've got some lovely kind of, so like you've got a little pear tree growing here, but then you've also got other plants, and the same here. There's an apple tree with plants surrounding it, and I'm wondering, is it kind of been a bit like a William Morris design? This one really, I thought, you know, it's sort of reminiscent of a piece of his wallpaper. I can always imagine that repeated lots of times and having it, you know, over a bedroom wall or a living room wall. We're now there's another little secret path around the back of the garden, so I thought we'll just finish by going down there. So here we are. This one's not quite as invisible as the other one, you can just about see it, but again it provides some really nice vistas looking across. This one here I particularly like. You sort of look across, you see the house in the background, you see the grass and the flowers in the foreground. It's just a really nice place really. If you're ever in London, it's very easy to visit all the places in central London, and you know, there's no reason why you wouldn't, because they're all really nice places. But when you've got views like that, why not jump on the train to Bexleyheath and you know, come and see somewhere like this. It's worth your while. There's a walnut tree there. No actual. There is. I can just see a walnut up there. So no doubt in October, you come here and get a load of walnuts. So we're sort of in the more orchard bit again. So yeah, do come here. It's not far from. It's about what, half a mile from Bexleyheath station. My plan is after here is to get on the bus, the E11, and we're going to go somewhere else exciting. So watch out for the next video. It's not a National Trust place. It's nothing to do with William Morris or arts and crafts houses, or aeroplanes for that matter. Watch this space. I'm getting the bus E11 after this video. I'm going somewhere exciting. So anyway, from the Red House, the home of William Morris, designed by the architect Philip Webb. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.